Obligatory Wake Up Honey new roguelite deck builder just came out on Steam. This is SpellRogue. It has been in early access for a little bit. It's a tactical roguelite deck builder, as you might have been able to divine by the name. I would like to say thank you for the sponsorship. Before I do that, I have to make sure that I'm getting the name of the publisher right. But exclamation point SpellRogue will give you a link to pick this up on Steam for yourself. 1.0 out now. Very positive reviews. Same thing if you're watching on YouTube. Go check the video description below for the link and you can check it out for yourself. Thank you to Guidelight Games and Ghost Ship Publishing. Chad got to it before me. As soon as they heard the Ghost Ship Publishing bubbles on the splash screen, they knew what it was, man. Now, we're in the tutorial here. You know I love a roguelite deck builder. Would I like to battle or battle? I'm the type of beast that isn't afraid to take care of some monsters that are blocking the road. That's just one of the first things you get to know about a fella such as me. How to play. You roll the dice. You place the dice on the cards. It's never been done like that before, man. I've had dice and I've had cards. I've never had the dice on the cards. All right. So if I'm correct, well, the first thing I would do is probably bring myself down here. And then we've rolled 3 dice. We got a 6. Fluctuate. Any dice can be placed here for a reroll. And then if you triggers when reducing the spell to 0 charges, you reroll a random dice. Well, here's the simple play, man. We turn our 1 into something else. Guys, I put it in the wrong spot. I put it in the block spot. That's my... Is this an undo button? Sorry. We put that in fluctuate. Now we're talking, man. So you got what? You're gaining 3 grow? That's easy. I'm putting a little ice spear on you. Get ready for that. And you know what? I might put another ice spear on you. And you know what? If you don't mind, I might hit you with another ice spear. Just to do some severe damage to you. Okay, this turn you're doing 6 damage. I'm not a big fan of that. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to reroll my 2. We want it to be like a 5. It became a 5. How about you give me 5 block right off the jump, and then I hit you for 6, and then I hit you for 3, and we end our turn. It's that simple. Take 1 damage, big whoop, man. 615. You're done, bud. Ice Spear, it might be the go-to spell that's ever existed in any video game of all time. I'm just launching them. I'm launching them non-stop. 15 gold, choose and gain a spell. If you put a 6 into plunge, you get 4 block, but if you already have block, you get +3 block. If you put an odd dice into the Arctic Point, you deal the dice amount of damage and reroll the lowest dice. I love to roll dice. It's one of my favorite things to do with dice in a game that has them. And then Winter's Bite. You put a 3 in it, it deals 4 damage, and then it rolls an even dice if it's depleted. We're definitely going Arctic Point on this, man. And then take me to an event. An ancient well stands at the center of a small village. A young woman explains that it once provided endless water, but has since dried up. Please help us restore the well's blessing. What do I look like, Poseidon? You could lose Aqua Fortis, but gain the Ring of Block. What is Aqua Fortis? That's a great question. Was that one of my spells, Chad? You know more than I do about some of this stuff. It's a spell you had? It's your block spell? I might need that. I'll tell you what. I'll take 10 damage with a 70% chance to gain some gold or a shard. That's a shard, bro. What does a shard do? A shard can be used to upgrade a spell. Okay. Well, I gotta be honest with you. Might be a... Oh, I can't put it on the ice spear. Fair enough. I could put it on fluctuate. Could give +3 damage. I mean, that's kind of sick. Or if it's a 4 that you put into fluctuate, apply 2 poison to a random enemy. Also gives +1 slot. +1 slot. +1 spells, all you geniuses. On the other hand, I'm sorry, I got a +3. We could put a 1 in there and do 4 damage. You know what? I'm the type of beast that'll take a slot. I think you got a great point there. I didn't know I was getting another shard so close. Found the shard. Okay. In that case, I will add 3 damage to this. I'll move my camera at some point, okay? But I don't know where to put it yet because I haven't seen that much yet. I've only fought 1 enemy. A swirling dark fog dissipates, unveiling a small altar. Upon the flat-topped block, you see a merchant's weighing scale and an offering blade. 30 gold, get an artifact. 5 max health, gain an artifact. Max health literally doesn't matter if you don't get hit. So we take that any day of the week. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to the front enemy per dice rolled this turn. I'm starting to see the engine. I'm starting to see how the engine can chunk here. And then you roll non-stop and it's a flurry of blades, man. We can buy spells. Honestly, I'm used to the kind of game where 65 gold doesn't really buy you anything. Might buy you a potion. It's not going to buy you an entropic brew, but it might give you a little, like a potion, maybe like a speed potion or something. Didn't know I could buy a whole spell with that. If you put 7 value into this, you gain 7 block and apply 3 rupture to the front enemy. If you put 2 1-4s in this, it holds the dice until next turn, and then on turn end does X plus X to all enemies. Holds until next turn. Cast on next turn minus X to random other spell 2 times. Can't afford that. I'm going to take something that allows me to hit multiple enemies. And you know what? Give me an Iron Skin potion while we're here. And then let's do an elite battle. I'm ready. You always need AoE, exactly. Her embers bore us, her fury feeds us. Well, I'll take some of the fury then. If I wanted to be bored, I'd watch Nomadland. No offense, Francis McDormand. And no offense, Chloe Zhao, okay? You took a shot. It was a different era. It resonated more for a lot of critics in 2020. But watching it in 2025, it's just... I don't know. It's just not for me. Bro, chill. She might be in the chat. I'm not trying to cause it. I got nothing against David Strathairn either. I got nothing against him. Or the real lady that was in the movie. What was her name? Like, it was Randy or something like that. Anyway. Gain 1 Intensify. Increases the amount of attacks this enemy performs. I would like to roll more dice. Is that the sort of thing that could be possible for a beast such as myself? You know the real lady. You know what... Sorry, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know why you're choosing to be glib. I think we should re-roll our 2 in the hopes that it becomes an odd number. I guess I would like to do 8 damage instead of 5 damage. And then I would like to do 8 damage instead of 5 damage. Oh, it re-rolled my... But then I could re-roll it again. It became a 3. I guess I'd rather do 6 damage. Actually turned out okay. And look at how many times I re-rolled, bro! Oh, he's big now. 12 damage and 3 ignited on a random spell, which causes you to take damage when casting it. Okay. 5 damage on the Arctic point. I'll take 12 damage. I'm not even sweating that. You gotta go. Do I want to I don't care about... I mean, a 6 is pretty good, but we can do better. You put a 1 in here to deal 4 damage, and then re-roll your 6. It becomes a 5, which is a beautiful thing to put here. I guess I could have gotten 1 more re-roll, but that was a pretty good roll. You've ignited my block spell. That's not a problem for a beast like me. I put a 5 on Arctic point, re-roll that into a 6, and then we literally lethal you, and I might just be the best to ever do it. I might be the best to ever do it. 34 gold, end a shard, and choose and gain a spell. You pop a 6 in here, gain Foresight. Next turn, roll a dice for each Foresight. So if you had a 6 you didn't know what to do with. Okay, I can see that. Grasp flow. Gain 2 blanks and roll an odd dice. You put an even in here, you gain 2 and roll another die. That sounds nice to me. And at some point, I just need to not have so many attacks. I think I have too many attacks, man. So give me an even flow. Thoughts arrive like butterflies. You have 1 unspent shard? No, you know what, dude? Let me see what we got cooking up here. Holy cow, there's a lot of upgrades, man. We could get extra block. Roll 1 even die. Why would I rather... I want odds, so I wouldn't want to upgrade that. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Or we could put 2 of any dice in here. Or we could do plus 5 damage on the AoE is kind of crazy. Reroll dice in the even value if 4... Okay, I know you can't see what I'm doing there. Dude, this is kind of crazy. I want 5 extra damage on the AoE. Yeah, close that up. You never know. Eventually, we're going to fight an encounter that's more than 1 enemy. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Okay, step 1. You put an even dice in here, gain 2 block, and roll an odd dice. It became a 1. Can I kill you this turn? What are you doing? You're growing. I mean, we could go 1-1, and then we could do 7 damage to all enemies. I don't think I'm the type of beast that's that. Well, you know what? Let's do it, man. Drop a 1 in there. Drop a 1 in there. Fluctuate into an odd. That became an odd. Give me 6 damage to you. End my turn. You should be killed by this. Dude, the animations are kind of sick. I feel like I'm playing Mortal Kombat. Like, I feel like I'm sending them a fatality. Okay, they don't want me to use my my AoE anymore. That's okay, because I already took out your boy. 5 damage. 5 damage means nothing to a beast such as myself. Hit you there. Reroll the 1 into a 2. That's interesting. And then you ignited a spell on me because every time I hit you, you put ignite on that spell. Okay, that's more dangerous than I expected. Well, a 2 becomes 2 block and rolls an odd dice. A 3 gets rerolled into a 2, which gives us 2 block and rolls an odd dice. And then you got the, I understand, you got the, but we're rolling like crazy. Dude, I respect a roguelite where you get the engine going fast. It's not like you gotta wait till, you know, Act 3 and then all of a sudden you got some combos. Like, we got some rolls going on here. Like, to be honest with you, I'm the kind of beast that's not afraid to, like, pop a 1 in here and re-roll it. And then I gotta see, is it... I guess you're gonna cause me to take some damage here, which is kind of annoying. How about like a 2? And you're doing 5 damage. I'm gonna drop a 4 in here, which also re-roll the dice, which is really bad for us now that I look at it. But then we'll fluctuate that. That's our last re-roll. It's pretty horrible, to be honest with you. We got 10 block. With 10 block, I would still dump these in here. We take a little damage off the thorns, but not enough to end us. Probably could have just finished the job. If you hover over the end turn button, it shows you the outcome? Are you serious? They thought about everything? I didn't, because I could body him, but dude, that's crazy. Apply 3 marked, plus 50% damage received. Choose and gain a spell. Oh, a different colored spell. Deal 4 damage, increase by 4 this turn. I don't even reroll all dice. I could reroll all dice. I could gain X block, reroll lowest. I mean, I gotta try green spell, man. Oh, but it can't even fit. You know what? We're really not using... It's crazy to say, we're not really using Ice Spear anymore because of Arctic Point. Give me a Rising Torrent in there. Well, no, wait, think about it. Because Arctic, this is going to suck up some odds. Now this basically only takes like 1s and 5s. Whatever, let's give it a try. Take me to the Sanctuary. Obviously we could heal. Let's go plus 5 max health though. I'm building for the future even if this is the tutorial. 10 minutes ago you said it's the best spell in any video game ever. Well, I wish that I'd know what I know now when I was younger, man. 13 damage and an unravel. You'll remove a charge from a random spell. Let me think about this, okay? There's no question you pop a 3 in here. And we just smack you. I'm not worried about the ribcage. And then you drop an even in here, which rolls an odd, and you just hope it's a 3. It's a 5. You drop a 5 into Arctic Point to deal 8 damage, and then you hope that it rolls this into a 3. It rolled it into a 6. You put a 6 in here for 2 block, and then roll an odd. It became a 3. You put that into Torrent, and you're doing 8 damage. Okay, okay. And then we should do a little damage to the ribcage because of our rolls. Okay, we need some 3s, man. What are you doing this turn? 13 damage and 10 block. It's easy. 2 for a little bit of block. You can hold dice as well. I didn't know that, okay? I didn't know that. I think you pop a 5 in the Arctic... Well, maybe we got a lot of odds. Pop a 5 in the Arctic Point to reroll the 1 into a 3. Pop a 5 into Arctic Point to reroll the 1 into a 3. Pop a 5 into Fluctuate to turn it into a 3. Pop a 1 into Fluctuate to turn it into a 3. Pop a 4 into Fluctuate to turn it into a 3. Pop a 3 into Rising Torrent. Oh, it only changes for this turn. For this turn. Oh, and you don't have to put a 3 in it. You can put a 1 and a 2 in it. Oh! Okay, this is a real question. Can I hold this? Because I would rather hold it for future turns. Because I could build up more. I could build up more. But you could undo your whole turn. You're actually so real for that. Tether Azure is the only thing that holds it. Oh, so I could pop it in here and turn, and then it'll pop out on the, or I could grab it out on the next turn. Okay. And then, oh, I mean, this is a gimme. I still think I would pop a 5 in here to reroll our 2. I know we could put the 5 in Torrent, but it rerolled it into a 3 anyway. And the more we roll, well, I was going to say the better it gets, but I don't know if that's the case. 2, what are you doing here? 2 Vexed. Next non-enchanted dice becomes Vexed. It lowers your stuff. You could put a 6 on the Torrent. You think it'll work twice? Probably only works once, if I had to guess. But well, you know what? Why not try? Music way too loud? Is that true, chat? Or should we reprimand this chatter verbally? No, 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 no. It's fine, fine, fine. It's good. It's aight. It's fine. It's a bit loud. One person says it's a bit loud. Take me to the options menu, man. Take me to the audio menu. We'll just lower it by 15% repeating, of course. There you go. There you go. That is more comfortable. Sometimes the one guy is right. Sometimes the one guy is you, man. No, you know what you do? How much you're doing no damage? Here's what you do, bro. Here's what you do. Oh, but we can't put 2 dice in here, because if we put 2 dice in here, it'll cast. That's right. Sounds a little low. That's pretty good. That's pretty funny. It still holds them even if it casts? What? Negative X to the highest dice. So if I'd like drop a 4 in here, it turns that 4 into a 1. That doesn't even bother me, man. So I'll drop a Torrent on you. And then our 1, we re-roll it. It becomes a 2. We drop a 2 in the even flow to gain some block and roll an odd, which becomes a 1. We re-roll it. It becomes a 5. We drop this on your head and ruin your life. Dude, I've killed the Ancient Skull. I've mastered the game. I've mastered the game. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm healing 24 health, getting 42 gold, getting a boss artifact, roll +1 dice every turn, but receive 4 weak. Roll -1 dice every turn, but you get a status effect applied to you every time you cast. Roll +1 dice every turn, but you receive a sap. Until end of turn, reduce block from spells by amount of sap. Well, we don't ever block, so I'm not concerned about that. And a rare spell. 1 and a 6 gives you a block and a fortify. Increases block from spells by any amount of fortify. A 3, these two have to equal. If it's a 3, roll 2 more dice. 2 more crystal dice, maybe. If it's a 4, gain 12 fury. Holy cow. Whispering Sea. If odd, apply something. If even, apply something. Target attacking morph spell. I don't know what that means, man. That's rough for a fella such as me. Give me a frost core, and I don't even know if I know what I'm going to do with it. The terror was not the true source. I must continue. By the way, this is SpellRogue. It just came out today. I want to say thank you again for the sponsorship. It's been in early access for a little bit. Today is the 1.0 release. Check it out for yourself. It's obviously an inspired roguelike deck builder. 75 plus different spells, 300 plus different enemies. Let me make sure I didn't get that wrong. Maybe there's 300 spells and 25 enemies. Or 75 enemies. I gotta check. No, I think I got it right. Okay. Exclamation point SpellRogue. Check it out for yourself. I'm having a great time so far. The wheels are already turning. There's at least 3 enemies. And we got them all on the screen right now. Okay, I've become sapped. This is fine. We turn evens into odds. This is a perfect time for Tether Azure, man. What are you doing? 6, 6, 4. 4 thorns. It would be nice if you were to perish. We deal 1 damage to the front enemy per dice rolled. So we definitely love to drop. Well, to be honest with you, we should roll. Drop a 2 in there. It becomes an odd. You still want to dump 3, 3 in here. Don't end your turn, though, but you can see what happens. You can see what happens. You're taking a lot more damage. Okay, and then... what are you going to have? You're going to have 10 left. Oh my god, it's the greatest feature in video gaming history, dude. Okay, you drop a 3 on this. You drop... what are you going to have? 6? I don't think I can get 6 more dice. I can... 6 more rerolls. I can roll... I should have kept 1, because then I could have put it here. Rolled. I could have gotten 6 more. I could have gotten 6 more, man. I could have... but now I have to kill you like this. I'll accept taking 4 damage. But I could have done better. I guess that's what the undo button is for. That's so true. And we have so many dice, man. You're right, it holds the dice. You can do it. Look at how many dice I have. It's over for you. I do have to put up some block, though. Give me a 1. Oh, that doesn't work that way. Obviously, we want to drop some AoE on you, but first we need to not take a bunch of damage from your thorns. The way I would personally... well, there's one way we could just build up a huge freaking rising torrent. Like, we go like that. We go like this. We go like this. You're dead, and then we hit you with like 2 big ones. No, because you're going to take damage from all the dice we've re-rolled already. He's mastering the game. You're going to hit me for 4? There might be very little I can do about that, to be honest with you. Right now, we need to do 15 damage to you. And this will do 16 damage. We'd also love to have some block. How about you drop an even in here and re-roll? It becomes an odd. I'm going to drop a 1 in here. it becomes a 4. I'm gonna drop an even in here to roll an odd. What do I need to hit? I need to hit you 1 time. I'm just trying to get some more block. I have lethal. I'm trying to build up some block so I don't get hit by the thorns, bro. But whatever I drop in here, I'm getting -1 block. And I'm not using my freaking potion. I'm not using my freaking potion. It's just not gonna happen, man. Huge. Get on. It's minus. I thought it was going to be multiplied by -1. I thought putting a 5 in there would give me -5 block. Apply 5 weak to all enemies. Choose and gain a spell. You drop a 5 into Water Lotus and roll 2 odds. Holy cow, man. I'm not even reading the other ones. What do we never use? I got a level with you, man. We don't use Aqua Fortis. Get out of there. Give me a Water Lotus. And then now we might have more dice, which I could use to build up our Frost Core. And if you put 2 dice in there, you roll 2 more dice. Yeah, I guess we're not really using that. Dude, okay, we're going to the moon here. AoE, what do you got going on? On health loss, they gain power, so you really want to kill them in 1 turn. Drop a 5 in there, roll 2 odds. It's the best day of my life. You drop a 2 in there, roll an odd. Now we got odds, just, we don't even know what to do with them, man. I think I'm going to put 2 3s in here to roll 2 dice. They're icy dice! What is it? They're blocked. They're icy dice, man. They're icy dice. On dice spent, gain block equal to half of X, round it up. Oh! And what if I were to re-roll an icy dice? It stays icy! It stays icy. And it rounds up, bro. Holy cow. It's crazy. I gotta like re-roll my 5s. They gotta become smaller numbers. They became 3s. That's exactly what the type of stuff that I'm looking for. I've already rolled 12 dice, bro. I'm gonna drop some 3s on you. And there's absolutely no doubt in my mind. We gotta roll 1 more dice. Although, you know what? Maybe we're in the business of... Let me right-click this for a second. You need to get hit for 4. That's perfect for a beast like me, man. So now what would you need to get hit by? You need to get hit for 11? Buddy, that's exactly the type of stuff that's about to happen. Holy cow. Oh no, he's getting stronger. Wait. You're done, bud. You're done. Watch this. Watch this. You're literally cooked. You're literally cooked. What is this? I thought this was a different kind of dice. At the end of turn, take 2 damage. Even if I don't... Oh, maybe I have to use this spell twice to get rid of the infection. The infection is spread! Okay, well, I'll kill you the old-fashioned way. By rolling dice non-stop. It's gonna spread the infection, bro. Here it comes. I don't know, whatever. Just, like, be dead, I guess. Need an even in there. Give me some block, perhaps. 7 block. I think we might be taking 8 damage. I can live with getting hit for 1. I don't understand the 3. Can you put anything in there? It will cast when whatever you put in there sums to 3 or more. You could put in 3 1s and it'll cast. You could put in 1 6, etc. So 1 and a 2. Don't really need that. Gain 1 hailstorm. On dice rolled, gain a fury, increase damage in next attack by amount of fury. Dude, it has to be done. And then get it going early. Gain 4 block, deal 10 damage. No, we snooze on that for sure. What do we not use? We use everything here. If anything, we don't use fluctuate that. We need a spell. We need a shard. We need a shard. Take me to an event first. Seek wisdom, truth, wisdom, wrath, or agility. Agility sounds like rerolls to me. Shift. Move the spell to the right. +1 cast to adjacent spells. It's getting to be a little much for me, to be honest. That's a lot of stuff to keep in your head. If 2 3s, +3 to all odd dice. If 4, gain 3. Static. Deal damage to a random enemy, then remove half of static, rounded up. That's kind of crazy. Deal 7 damage, increased by 4 per depleted spell this turn. I'm so meta, even this acronym. You drop a 4 in there. 5 block, heal for 5. Why not, man? Just let me at him. That's all I gotta say. Let me at him. Choose a ritual. Target spell gets +2, 5, 5 this turn. In 3 turns, the target spell gets +2 energy. Gain Fate Weaving. All dice persist for 1 turn. Highest dice becomes Remnant. On dice spent, deal X damage to random enemy, then Remnant jumps to another non-enchanted dice. Roll 1, 2, 2 dice. Gain 1, 1, 2 fumble, but then in 3 turns, gain a potency. I think it's this. I feel like I can spend enchanted dice, do damage, and then spend the dice that inherits the enchantment. It's the devil, man. It's the devil's assassin. Malediction. Take 5 damage and add malediction. Okay, so it's a race. I'd like to cast my ritual, man. And then in 2 turns, our highest dice becomes Remnant. All dice persist for a turn. Okay. Okay. Well, it's simple. You re-roll your 2, turn it into a 3. You re-roll your 1, turn it into a 3, or an even. It becomes a 6. 6 is not that good for us. We turn it into an odd. It became a 5. 5 can become 2 odds. Now that we got 2 3s, roll those into 2 icy dice. Yes, sir. Give me a 3. Well, let me... the 1 probably just gets re-rolled. Well, you could just dump it. Well, then we might as well re-roll it. Becomes a 3. Even better, man. Much, much better. Give me a 3 and a 4. No, give me a 3 and a 3 so we can get the icy back next turn as well. Rerolling a 4 gives you 1 damage, but I really want it to work with Rising Torrent. So give me a 4, a 5, and a greasy 6. And then end your turn. Okay, now, what's going on here? Oh, we don't have Remnant yet. That's fair. We do have Malediction, which is stacking. You're doing 7 damage times 2. Oh, is it the second time I cast it, our highest dice becomes... Okay, spend it. Our highest dice... Or is it if you wait 2 turns to cast it? Then you've charged it up to the... Oh, it's a Planeswalker! It's a Planeswalker! Undo, man. I get it now. 2 gets rerolled. Becomes a 3. We have no 5s. 5 is the type of stuff we're looking for, man. No. 3. No, we need 2. We need 5. We need a 5. Dump a 6. 6 becomes 3. That's kind of crazy. I mean, there's a part of me that just wants to do a staggering amount of damage to you this turn. There's also a part of me that thinks it would be kind of sick to use an Iron Skin potion this turn. We've been saving that for a long time. Which one gives us icy? We need, 2 3s gives you 2 icy dice. So 1 and a 4. Reroll the 1 into a 4. I mean, these go great into Rising Torrent. I'm going to say reroll a 3. Please become a 5. You became a 5. Roll 2 odd dice. We got a 1 and a 5. 1 could become something better for us. 6 is actually like it's not everything I've ever wanted, but that's okay. Now watch this. 3. 3. 3. You're dead. There's no way you survive this. 4. 4. 5. Ah! I should have kept my 3s! Oh, whatever. I didn't roll 18 dice, unfortunately. Now I got 2 charged up. Highest dice becomes a remnant. Oh, oops, I dropped a remnant in here, you're dead. We can't be stopped. We're gonna beat the game. We're gonna beat Ascension 20 on our first try. 2 dice become manifold, times 2 value in countdown sockets. I'm the type of fella that doesn't need to know what that means. Indomitable form. Gain 12 block, unrestorable. I mean, that's crazy for blocking. It's crazy for blocking. Gain X block, gain X fury, gain 2 fury. There's no room for the spell, man. Hey, give me a second here. I gotta disenchant some stuff. I'm gonna disenchant Ice Spear. I'm gonna disenchant my Arctic Point and get a shard back. I'm definitely gonna disenchant Aqua Fortis. And then I'm gonna turn that off. I wanted to spend a shard. I'm gonna spend a shard opening a slot. I'm gonna take the big blocker, but I don't know if I'm gonna put him out there yet. I almost feel like well, it's nice to have a big blocker, but small blocker that heals? It's a lot of block. I trust you. And then the upgrades. Water Lotus. I gotta see what happens. Any odd turns into 2 odd. If 5, double the fury. Plus 1 charge on Frost Core. Plus 1 charge on Frost Core is kind of crazy too, man. Any odds so you don't need a 5 is also nice. Oh, you're right, man. I got a plus 2 damage per cast is also huge. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Let's be honest here. Take the mouse with you. Gain Tritter. At the end of turn 2, gain a Foresight. Roll a dice for each Foresight. Do I have a health potion? I don't. Eat the mouse. Heal 21 health. I'm going to cleanse the mouse of its curse and gain a shard, man. That's a given for a fellow like me. What does this mean? You could roll 2 even dice. I don't want even dice. A plus 1 charge is nice. Any odd, making it more accessible is nice. Plus 1 charge. I mean, plus 1 charge would be kind of slick with it, man. Because we get so much more block off of that. I don't think anything can stop us. I'm certain that the Imp Fanatic and the Imp Hatchling are not going to stop us. That's just a given. On spell cast, this enemy receives 1 weak. On death, apply marked. Okay, so we want to kill you quick. Quick. 2 gets rolled. 4 gets rolled. Man, you guys are weak, man. You're weak. Now let me think about where we go from here. We really would like to have 2 3s. We have a 5, that becomes 2 odds. 2 3s becomes 2 frozen dice. They're 3s. I mean, you still get the benefit of having used them, man. So sure, give me 2 frozen 3s in there. It gives me a 1 and a 2. All right, now things get a little bit more interesting. I definitely don't want an ice 1. Ice 5 is more like it. I definitely don't want an ice 2. Ice 3 seems okay to me. And then maybe reroll a 1, which just doesn't seem all that appealing. That becomes a 6. Okay. I mean, often, how much damage? We've done 15 dice. We're taking 4. We're taking like 1 damage, man. I think the play for certain is a 3 and a 4 in here to do some AoE. You might as well give me some block. And then let me see who needs it. Guy at the front needs it. And then 1 in here to charge it up for the next turn. And I pass my turn. What is this? You're witnessing genuinely the greatest deck builder player of all time ply his trade, okay? That's what you're witnessing right now, just so you know. It shouldn't be a surprise at this point because you've seen it so many times before. It's the greatest day of my life. We have 2 3s. You drop them into Frost Core. You roll 2 frozen dice. Now we got 2 4s. Two 4s giving you 12 fury. This is disgusting because now you go 2 4s. Nar 240. And I got 12 fury. And then I'm the type of beast that thinks you just drop a 4 and a 4 right in there. And that's 25 damage to all enemies. We got nothing to fear except fear itself. And then guess what? Just put up as much block as possible just in case. It's that simple. It's that simple, man. You put an 11 in here, you roll a dice and gain 3 rain. The next dice rolled reduces countdown by X on a random spell. Poisonous bile. Apply 3 poison. I don't want these. Gain 1 reinforce, gain 3 fury. I think you never skip, I guess. You would just grab 1 and then immediately be like, see you never, buddy. See you never. Sanctuary. I'm taking the max health any day of the week because I'm spending the max health and then I'm bringing it back. Brilliance and darkness. Greenness to whiteness to redness. By the way, I should mention exclamation point SpellRogue. SpellRogue's been in early access for a bit. Today celebrates the 1.0 release of the game. I'm having a great time. It's a great fusion of the dice and the deck building. And we've played a lot of games, including recently, that have the dice and they have the deck building, and I don't think that they always necessarily are natural bedfellows, but this is, you got a little bit of the Tharsis, you got a little bit of the Slay the Spire, you got a little bit of the engine building, and it's working, man. It's working. You're igniting me. You're doing some damage to me. When you're in the brilliant state, you focus on doing damage. When you're in the darkness state, you focus on applying debuffs. Thank you again for the sponsorship, by the way. Thank you. I need more dice, bro. I haven't been using my ritual at all. I'm a fool. Obviously, we wait till next turn. But anyway, what are we doing here? A 6 becomes... A 5 becomes 2 odd dice. One of them's a 3. Holy cow. So then 2 3s becomes 2 icy dice. You got a 5 and a 1. Your 6 gets rolled into an odd. That becomes another 5. I would say re-roll your icy one. Which gives you a block just to re-roll it. I didn't even consider this fact. Oh man, this is crazy. We should be rolling it at all times then, man. Don't ask me questions about my flatulence during the sponsored stream. I'll handle it when we finish the sponsored segment, okay? How do we gain fury? We gain fury if we have 2 4s. Yeah, not now, kidding. Daddy's on DPS. We wish to place an even to roll an odd. We really want to see 3s, man. Like we're PO'd. I'll reroll a random 5. Becomes a 4. We have 1 more reroll. I really need it to become a 4 to fit into one of these spots. So I'm going to reroll this 5. It didn't have to become a 4. It could become a 2. That's fine. But let me think about how I would do this. I really don't want to be debuffed. I think I'd rather have block. I'd rather take damage, I should say. So it would be nice to hit you for... Oh, we can't stop you. We could stop you from dealing damage. We'll be heavily debuffed. Could I hit you for 30? I mean, you're already getting hit for 13, so I think the answer is definitely yes. Dude, I think we just ruin your life, to be honest. I think what we do is we drop a 2 and a 4 in here, so we get them next turn. I'm going to go in on you. I'm going to go in on you. You're still doing 12 damage. Really? I would have thought not. But you know what? We're going to heal after the fight anyway. It's Dono Deca. Let's rush him down instead of going Indomitable right off the bat. It's a very meager amount of damage anyway. Okay, now look at these dice, bro. Okay, we cast. Highest value dice becomes enchanted. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to drop a 4 into Indomitable form to put up some block. And then we're going off to the races. You drop an even in there. Does some damage to you. Re-rolls. Becomes enchanted. Drop an even in there. Does some damage to someone. Where did my enchantment go? It did. My remnant didn't jump, bro. I thought the remnant was going to jump forever. Either way. 2 odds. Stop saying Fartmaster 18. I want my enchanted dice, man. This isn't a drill. We need another 3. A 1 gets rerolled into a 2. A 2 gets rerolled into a 6. A 2 gets rerolled into a 6. That's devastating. That's devastating. Well, you know what? A 6 goes here. Not that it doesn't really matter too much. And then we just start feeding you. We could save like a 3 if we wanted to, but I think I'd rather just start to ruin your life. It's that simple. Wait, what did you debuff me with? -4 attack damage till end of turn. I think that I made a mistake. I think what you don't want to have happen is both of these guys attacking on the same turn. But that's not even that much damage for a fella such as myself. And I could apply 5 weak to you and I got nothing to worry about. I got nothing to worry about in the slightest. Either way, I'll tell you, a 6 gets rolled into an odd. It became a 3. 2 3s become 2 frozen dice. The frozen dice are 1s. Those get re-rolled. Became a 4. The 4 gets re-rolled. I really thought it would still be frozen. That one's kind of on me. We roll it again, it becomes a 6. I really wanted a 5. Any chance you could give me a 5? You could give me a 2. That doesn't really help me that much. Taking 11 damage. 11 damage. You're doing 24 damage to me? I'll tell you what. Enjoy your weakness that causes you to do no damage whatsoever. Dun, 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 dun. Are we really gonna take Tua? I did 0 damage to you. That was not a great move in the whole scheme of things. We don't need that to pop yet, though. I'm going to end my turn. I can't move my camera because well, maybe I could move it to like right there. You got a good point. I was going to tell you that all you're missing out on really is this spell just rerolls a dice. It's nothing too serious. But you're right. I respect that, and you're right. First, though, a 2 gets rerolled into an odd. This is huge. A 4 gets rerolled into an odd. 2 3s get turned into 2 frosties. And then... I forgot. You're right. I can use my ritual. You're absolutely right. The real facility needs to be at least 3 times bigger. Drop a remnant on you. Reroll this 1. Drops a remnant on you. Drops a remnant on you. Drops a remnant on you. I mean, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty slick. How much damage are you doing? 9 damage? Probably should have killed you. Are you doing none damage, actually? Next dice rolled becomes a 1. Literally, like, why would I even care? I'll just turn it into something else. I'll turn it... Whoa, I've stunned him! I've stunned him, Jerry. You've been sapped by a smooth criminal. 2 odd dice. Obviously, you already know we want to see 2 3s. So we reroll a 2. It becomes a 3. We reroll a 4. It becomes a 1. We reroll a 1. It becomes a 3. 2 3s become 2 icy dices. Oh, baby. Reroll your 1. Your 1 becomes a 4. I have to imagine your life's over. I gotta do 20 more damage to you. That's gonna happen, man. Kill the Shadowfire twins. That's an achievement unlocked. I'm back at full health. I got 48 gold. I got a boss artifact. Roll a dice every turn, but for every 12 spells cast, destroy a random dice. That's scary. I don't want Fury. On even turns, roll even dice. No shot, bro. This is a reroll. On odd turns, roll an odd dice. Oh, what is Vexed? Okay. On odd turns, roll an odd dice. That's the ticket, man. A rare spell. Remove poison on target. Do 5 damage per poison removed. Deal 10 to the front enemy. Increase by 1 per block. 2 damage and apply 7 rupture. I'm rolling. Reroll all dice. Gain shield. Oh, that's... I can't put 12 in you, though. I can't put 12 in you. Apply 7... Give me... I'll tell you what. Give me Icicle Blade. Get disenchanted, buddy. Ooh. The Void. You think this is like final boss territory here? I've made it. Oh, artifact unlocked. Witch Blood. I've made it to the lair of the Witch Blood. Come on, buddy. Are you crazy? I just walked over here. I feel like it's a deck builder, a dice roller, an engine builder. It's got it's made for me, man. Oh, we rolled a 5 because it's an odd turn, which gives us 2 odd dice, which gives us 2 3s, which get re-rolled into frozen dice. Then you pop a 2 in there, re-roll it. You pop a 1 in here and re-roll it. It's a 5. That's beautiful. This is a beautiful thing. What are you doing? We'll reshape into a monstrosity next turn. Okay. You're doing 10 damage, gaining a power, 10 damage, gaining a power. We still want to see 2 3s, if possible. 2 3s become 2 brand new dice, which are frozen, which is beautiful for us from a blocking standpoint. I mean, honestly, if we could just kill one of you, we'd probably be rolling right now. We could re-roll an even. and turn it into an odd. A 3 is exactly the same value as a 6 for us, essentially. But we were kind of playing with fire. So let's just see. I'll hit you. I'll hit you. I'll hit you. Maybe hit you one more time and kill you. Maybe hit you one more time. It's like half your HP, bro. And then we could just reroll this for some extra damage. Becomes a 6. Don't really need to put up any block. We'll just end our turn. I've been known to Brittany post from time to time. And then because it's turn 2, Mana Vestige, a Remnant. I can find something to do with that. I wish I could do it right away, but I can't. You put a 2 in here first. It becomes a 3. 2 3s. Become 2 Frozens. Reroll your 1. Turn it into a 5. It becomes a 5. 5 gives you 2 odds. Now we got 4 3s. Reroll your 1. It does some damage. It turns into a 6. Reroll your 6 to an odd. It turns into a 1. Reroll your 1. It turns into a 6. Are you getting the picture yet? 2 dice go in here. Roll 2 more dice. Hey, how many dice have I rolled? Oh, you're gaining 10 health this turn. That's kind of a bummer. One thing's for certain. You're going down this turn. Buddy, we gotta disenchant this because we're literally like not using it anymore. Disenchant it, take the shard, and put it on one of the spells that we actually are using more frequently. It's incredible. Gain a rainstorm, gain rain. Next dice rolled reduces countdown by X to random spell. I've told you, Blizzard, I don't know what that means. When you're depleted, roll an even. When a dice is rolled, -1 countdown. We don't have countdown spells, I think, because every time I see something with countdown, I go, nah. 7. Apply 2 poison per attack spell cast this round. Oh, man. If you put a 5 in here, it flips all dice. Am I crazy to think that this would turn all evens into odds? Because the sum of a die's opposite faces is always even, right? Which, well, okay, I'm getting too mathematical. There's no need for that. The start of battle, add 3? Do I really want to flip? Oh, it's always 7. You're right. It's always 7, which means it must be an even and an odd, because 2 odds is an even, 2 evens is an even. An odd and an even is the only 2 integers that can sum to an odd. So all evens would become odds. I don't really think this is core for us, but I honestly think you're done, bud. You might as well, in that case, come out. Never mind, I disenchanted you by accident. Let's see what we could do with this. Any odd triggering this is really good. We don't want to roll even dice, to be honest. Reroll into evens. If it's a 4, apply 2 poison. I would really like you to have 1 extra cast, but I don't want you to become evens. I want you to become, maybe, I don't know. First cast. On dice spent, shift equal to X. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that, man. Block Tua. 1 extra cast on this is actually sick, but I'll be rolling to evens, okay. Honestly, Rising Torrent and Indomitable Form are countdown spells. So Rain means you could add to their countdown without adding dice to them. Oh, countdown are asterisks, man. What odd synergy do you have? I got a lot of things that take 3s or 5s. I got one thing that takes 3s or 5s. But you know what's sick about this is that it replenishes itself. It would give you lots of block and keep rolling. Yeah, you know what? We don't have, and then you could just drop those dice into Fluctuate or something like that. You having an extra cast is, oh, but you don't just put it in the here. It rolls to evens. 2 evens, the evens go in here. Blanca, turn them into odds. Is that Randy Newman? It's a wonderful world. I'm going to the shop. 364 gold seems like too much. You drop a 1 or a 2, gain block, reroll. Well, hold on. Return all dice with Stygian. Oh, you drop a dice into here, it comes back with Stygian. At the turn end, reroll all Stygian dice. Choose one of 3 artifacts. Well, that's a given for 80. On health loss, apply some poison. For every 10 spells cast, 2 charges to a random spell. I cast like 30 spells a turn. Every second one is re-rolled. Not necessarily bad, but give me the spell charges to keep the engine going. Maybe we'll just do this then. Each turn, -1 to all countdown spells. I know we got countdown. It's so easy to activate ours because they're so small. If we had some bigger Andes, I could see that though. Start a battle, gain 2 barrier. Sure. And then, farm an artifact, man. Enemy dies, gain 9 block. Reduce health loss by 1. Start a battle, gain 1 power. One extra damage per attack isn't that much. I'm going to take Silver Hobbrick. Achievement unlocked. AKA Tungsten Rod. 64. Roll 4 dice, it says? But receive 3 poison. Interesting. Gain X block reroll. I mean, anything that allows us to reroll, like, welcome to the board, dude. And then fight event, or elite sanctuary. Elite sanctuary, but this forces us. It almost forces us to go to a shop, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I want to get there. Oh, but can you have 2 rituals, bro? Can you have 2 rituals? Grant me power, void gods, for I am your vessel. This is a chaos angel. Every turn, they're going to apply Fated to a random spell. That's not great. Streamer, are you the water guy from the Pixar movie Elemental? I thought you were insulting me at first. Are you going to say I got a Wade type energy? Because Wade is the name of the character. Yeah, I'm a little Wadey. And then this guy, he's very Wadey, I realized. So I think that's who you were talking about in the first place. I got a little Wade energy myself, though. I wouldn't deny that. But I'll tell you one thing's for certain. You drop a 5 in there, you get 2 even dice. You drop a 5 in there, you get 2 even dice. I don't really want Fury. You drop 2 3s in here for some frozen dice. And then you drop your even in there, gain some block, roll an odd dice. Now you got 2 3s, gain some frozen dice. It's never gonna end. It's never gonna end. It's never gonna end. You drop a 2 in here, it becomes an odd. But we're on 6 out of 10 spells cast. I haven't even done anything yet. Alright, we put a 6 in here. It becomes a 2. You put a 2 in here, gain 1 block and reroll. You put a 2 in here, gain 1 block and reroll. It becomes a 3. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. We're about to get a brand new series of charges. The charges have gone to Fluctuate. I'm not necessarily thrilled about that. I think, to be honest with you, we would, at this point, we would rather just go all in. But we're actually going to run out, so you know what? Then you're going to drop one of these, and you're going to drop one of those, and you're going to drop one of these, and I'm spent. I'm spent. Alright, we got a little bit of a depleting presence. That's something I can't deny. Each turn you put Faded. Faded does not recharge charges. All right, but that's not going to matter too much, I think, because you're done, bud. So you drop a 2 on this. Maybe, no, because you put an even in there. Drop a 2 on that, becomes a 3. Drop a 1 on this, it gets rerolled, becomes a 4. Have 7 charges on a spell. You're in for a world of hurt, bud. Drop a 4 on this, it becomes a 1. Drop a 1 on this, it becomes a 5. Drop a 5 on this, get 2 evens. Reroll your even. We want to see a 5. And we got 2 3s is good too. 2 3s is giving us a 5, which gives us 2 evens. Oh, I didn't even put the fate weaving on. We are molting. We're molting. We're molting. I don't even know what I got going on anymore, man. Drop a 6 on this. I mean, you seem killable. But I also got free damage coming in. Like, if I could just maybe reroll my 6 into a 3. A 3 would go kind of crazy. We are 1 spell away from getting more charges on something. On you. One second, bro. 1 second. You are doing 25 damage. That's kind of irritating. How much damage you taking? Oh, you're dead, bro. You're dead. It wasn't even close. I've owned you ridiculously. A spell. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Pop 10 in here. Gain 5 block, roll 2 dice. It's going to take us 2 dice to get there, but we're actually now ending turns with extra dice. So but then I'm like, what spell would we even give up? Because we're using all of our... The only spell we're not using is Indomitable Form. Get it out of there, bro. Drop me a cold snap. And then... Gain 1 concoction. The next spell does not cost any charge. Or you can use it plus 1 extra dice. You only got 1 use of it, which is tough. That's tough. And that's tricky, man. I mean, hold on. Foresight. Gained foresight equals plus 1 charge. I mean, that's a synergy with our ritual, man. Concoction does give an extra rising torrent. You're not wrong. Not wrong. You're not wrong. Not wrong about that one. We want to skip the shop, I think. I'm going to say 5 max health. Take me to an event off the beating path. Lose Grasp Flow, choose a Void spell. Which one is Grasp Flow? Can't be done. It's part of the engine. Pay 40 gold for a Might Rune. Yeah. Add Might Rune to target spell. It's this one by a mile. By a mile, man. Not even close. 3 extra damage per attack. This is like a date. Gain 3, 6, 10, 15 block every 4. If it's got 4 charges, gain Fortify. Flux Reversal. It's got 2 random... Oh my god, if it's got 2 random... And they're going to sync up, dude. They're going to have synergy. They're going to have, like... It's like when you cook a meal and the side and the main are finished at the same time. Random spell gets plus 3 charges. Oh my Lanta. I was having dinner, I heard you screaming from the other room. Yeah, because I'm the best to ever do it. No one's ever fighting aliens, man. No one's ever done it like this before. It's an odd turn, so we get an extra odd dice. And then 2 3s becomes 2 frozens. And then 2 3s becomes 2 more frozens. And then a 5 becomes 2 evens. And then you roll your even into an odd, which is a 5, which becomes 2 evens. Yow! And then you put a 6 and a 4 in this. You gain 4 block, roll 2 more dice that are frozen, and gain a concoction. And we got more charges on Frost Core, man. Concoction means the next one doesn't use a spell charge. In that case, I'm a simple type of beast, man. Let's go in on this fella right here. You always kill the support unit first. Nah, whatever, you're at the front. Get owned, buddy. So that doesn't use a charge. And then reroll your 1 into a 2. Reroll your 2 into an odd. It's a 1. Reroll your... I don't know why I said it so strangely. Reroll your 1, it becomes a 5. Reroll your 5, becomes a 6. Reroll your 6. Reroll your 1, becomes a 4. Reroll your 4, becomes a 1. You guys following all this? Drop a 6 in here. I didn't read what any of the enemy's abilities do. I want to be clear about that. I should have dropped a 4 into Frost Core this map. Oh! Drop an even. Get an odd. That's a bad odd. I made a mistake. What do you do again? Spell Mirror. Redirects next targeted spells back to you. That's not ideal. I am my turn. So the next 2... Well, where is it? On a random enemy. Oh, so I'll just body you, dude. I'm not concerned about you at all. You know why? Because 5 becomes 2 evens. And then I'm the type of beast that's not afraid to make my evens into odds. And I'm not the type of beast to be afraid of making a few more evens. I'm not the type of beast to be afraid of making my 1s into 2s. And then my 2s into 1s. And then my... and then my 1s into an attack. And then a 6 and a 4, giving us some block and rolling some frozen dice. Which then got replenished again, so you throw another 6 and another 4 in there. And it didn't use a charge for some reason. And we put another 6 and another 4 in there. And it never ends, man. It never uses a charge because of concoction. You could do it forever. I forgot. You could also cast your ritual, and you could get your mana vestige out here. I'm infinite. I didn't think it could happen. I've gone infinite, man. Well, I mean, you might get us. Well, I'll tell you what. Just drop it in here. And then reroll your frickin' 2. Becomes a 6. Then a 6 and a 4 come in here, which give you a concoction. And then 2 3s come in here, which doesn't use a charge, and it gives you 2 more frozen dice. And then we have concoction available. I don't even know what I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. It never ends. Does this build do anything? What are you talking about? It does whatever it chooses to do, man. You must have lost your mind. A 2 goes in here, it becomes a 1. A 1 gets rerolled into a 6. A 6 and a 4 go in here. Now we got more rerolls. I mean, I'm pretty sure we got 46 block, and I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I can't attack you because if I attack you, I'm gonna get hit. But I can tank it because I've got 46 block. Reroll a 5. Spend 25 dice in a single turn. Nobody's ever done it like this before, is what I'm hearing. Cast 20 spells in a single turn. The achievements never end, man. That was a horrendous series of rerolls. I'll give you that one. So apparently this is not going to do any damage to you. So I'm the type of beast that's not afraid to just hit you with one of those. Hit you with one of these. And then you're gonna hit me for 15, which means nothing. I've cast 33 spells, bro. I'm not gonna hit you though, because if I hit you, we got serious problems. Because you're gonna reflect your spells back at me. And you still got... I'm just gonna roll... I'm gonna roll 15 dice this time. It's that... Oh my god, your life is over. 3 and 3 becomes 2 frozen. A 5 becomes 2 even. A 5 becomes 2 even. A 6 and a 4 go in the cold snap, which gives you 2 frozen. My bad, that's my bad. Right. We got lucky last time, I'm realizing. I mean, not that this is like a problem at all, because a 3 and a 3 become 2 frozen, and then a 1 gets rerolled, and a 1 gets rerolled, and then a 6 gets rerolled, and a 6 gets rerolled. And now what do we... I don't even know what we're doing anymore. How much... You're dead! You stink! I didn't even attack you, man. You just gave up. Deal 15 damage. Choose and gain a spell. What is this? Random... Each turn, random dice becomes icy after you depleted this. I'm not... I don't want this stuff, man. Get disenchanted. You can only steer me awry. I have the greatest combo the game has ever seen. 5 max health, please. It is. We're going nubby mode. We're going nubby mode. Holy cow. Holy cow. Good lord. On death, Umbraxus loses 25 health, gains 1 power. You must be Umbraxus. On death, Umbraxus loses 30 health and gains 1 power. Summoned units instantly die if there's no leader. End of turn, resummon all dead hands with increased max power. Max health and power. Sorry, my bad. Alright, well, now that we've read what you do, I'm just gonna be like a different type of fella, I guess, and just do what I do. So... what I'm thinking... I'd like to kill you and do a lot of damage to you. I could maybe leave you alive. What are you doing here, though? What's this? Add a prophecy. End of turn, resummon all dead hands. I think you're doing that anyway. He is going cinema. He is going cinema, I just noticed. Okay, we need 2 3s and at least a 5. So you drop a 1. It becomes a 6. Drop a 2. Becomes a 5. 5 becomes 2 evens. Your evens turn into odds. Your odds, this is tough to work with. Obviously, you get... Well, let's start with this. Let's just see what you get. Reroll the 1 into a 1. 1 into a 4. 1 into a 3. We need another 3. You drop a 6 and 4 in here to get a concoction and some frozen dice. Okay, it doesn't use a charge. Roll 2 even dice. Now, given that, I thought we had another 5. It sounds like we're going sicko mode. How much damage do you take? If I cast 7 more spells, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Believe it or not, you son of a gun, we're all gonna burn. Well. Okay, here's the play. I don't want to take damage this turn. There's only 16 damage coming out. And we're about to get another spell. I gotta think about this. What do you do? You're, 20 block? I wipe my you-know-what with 20 block. Fury's not good enough, man. It's not good enough. You wouldn't understand that. I get it, but it's simply not good enough. Okay. Water Lotus has returned. Like I care, man. Like I'm the type of guy to care about that. You're out? Okay, drop a 4 into Frost Core. Oh, but then I gotta use Fury next turn. I'm not gonna undo my whole turn, though. That's ridiculous. You're applying a bunch of weak to me next turn. I do not care. Okay, now we're talking. Dump a 5. You might as well 6 and 4 to get the 2 Frozens. You get another 4. You dump it in here for the Fury. I wish I didn't have to do it, but I feel like I have to do it. Now we gotta find a way to get our dice back. We need 2 3s. So you turn an even into an odd. It's a 1. You turn a 1 into a 2. You turn a 2 into a 3. You dump 2 3s, and you get 2 frozens. Now you got a bunch of 1s. You dump a 1 in here. Becomes a 6. Very interesting. Very interesting. You turn your 1 into a 4. You turn this one into a 4. How much damage is coming out this turn? A lot. Times 2 value in manifolds. 3 marked for damage received. Deal 15 damage. Obviously, you need to pay the price at some point. That's a given. How much damage are you taking? You're taking 16 off the jump. So one more hit knocks you out. Seven times 2. Would I be comfortable taking 7 damage? I think so. Daniel, I'm not messing with you. They've mashed up every roguelike I've ever played except for Isaac, and it works. It totally works. You guys are geniuses, and I'm a fool. You need astral attunement. You need Mana Vestige, and I should have done it earlier, and I should have not done it after that. Reroll me, become a 5. A 1. Reroll me, become a 3. Reroll my 4, become a 5. You became a 3. That becomes 2 frozen dice. Hang on, the engine's still going. A 3 and a 6. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we should at this point have almost enough blocks. So you know what we do? Marked potion on you, bud. Take a little extra damage. Not even a big deal. 2 damage, which is actually just 1 damage, not even... What is this predicted? Predicted. Gives 1, what? 1 prophecy to Umbraxis? I'm the type of beast that's using spells all the time. That's a little scary for a guy like me. And you still got marked, which is great. I should just probably throw that on you while you're marked. 2 dice has become manifold. Well, there's a given. You put 5s in there. Frostcore wants to go. We want to see odds. Drop an even in here. It turns into a 5. 5 turns into 2 evens. Drop an even in here. Becomes a 5. That's huge if we refresh it, bro. That's huge. We need 2 3s. Here's what I'm thinking. A 6 and a 4 go in here. I don't really care if it buffs this guy. Hey, go ahead. Keep bringing the hands back, man. Like I care. Next spell doesn't cost a charge, which is a great opportunity in that case to drop a Rising Torrent IMO so you can keep building it. And then reroll a 1, reroll a 2, a 6, reroll your 6, a 5. 5s are good, man. Reroll a 4. 3s are amazing. 2 3s go in here to make 2 frozen dice. We got another fluctuate back. I was really hoping to get a Water Lotus, but that's okay. 1s get rerolled. 5s are good. But it's good to roll an Icy because you get free block out of it. I really wanted to see a 3. You're doing some damage. I don't think anybody would deny that. But this is pretty much the end of our turn. 16 block. Obviously, you have to pay the price. Honestly, I think I would rather just kill you. And then we take 2 damage. Who cares? But we want to make sure we're hitting you good while you're still marked. And that's at least a little extra block. We're taking 0 damage thanks to Tungsten Rod. And then next turn, we start the prophecy from the get-go, man. From the get-go. Cast it. Okay, we got infinite rerolls. Get your rituals pop. It's so simple even a child could understand it. A 5 turns into 2 evens. Now see if you can follow this with me, okay? It's not an easy task, I understand. A 4, we're looking for a 3, please. Becomes a 1. A 1 becomes a 2. A 2 becomes a 5. A 5 becomes 2 evens. A 4 becomes a 1. A 1 becomes a 3. 2 3s become 2 frozens. Okay, now we're really off to the races. Are you following this? Are you following this? I'm the type of beast that loves to throw a 6 and a 4 in the cold snap and then get 2 more dice. And then we want to reroll a 4 to become a 3. And then 2 3s become 2 frozen dice. And we're about to get a spell recharge. Reroll your 1. 2 2s. Drop a 2 in here. Do a little bonus damage. We got another Rising Torrent charge. That's not what I was looking for, but I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. Is it time? I don't think it's time yet. I don't think you're ready. Oh, but you are marked this time. Oh, I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready for this jelly, dude. It's interesting, though. 2 damage. Oh, because I'm weak. I'm weak this turn. Very weak. You know what? In that case, I'm rolling my 2. Turning it into an odd Andrew. How many? We got to cast a lot of spells, man. But you know what? Let's do it. This 4 gets rerolled. 2 3s is something we need to hold. Everything else is 5s. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. I should be rerolling this one so we get the bonus damage. Son of a bitch. I need to cast 5 more spells, but I got 7 charges on this. Get them. I need to keep the 2 3s. Get them. You need to keep your 2 3s just in case. Get them. Get them. I can't keep both 3s. It's devastating news. We use 1 more 3. We got a fluctuate charge. I'm sorry, I can't. I have to drop it in there. I gotta do the damage. Now, if you didn't follow it last time, you're gonna follow it this time. Okay, get ready. A 5 turns into 2 evens. A 5 turns into 2 evens. A 2, bless you, turns into a 6. A 4, we're looking for 3s and possibly 5s if we get lucky. A 4 turns into a 5. A 2 turns into a 1. A 1 turns into a 3. A 4, I don't want a 4. I don't want a 4. I want a 3. That's so many 4s, bro. This is insanity. A 2 turns into a 4. You've absolutely got to be flicking me. You've got to be flicking me. Well, I'll tell you what. A 6 and a 4 in that case become 2 frozen dice, which becomes 2 3s. And then 2 3s get rolled into 2 more icy dices. And the 1 gets rolled into a 3, into a 6. Into a 6. What are we doing here, fellas? Into a 6. Okay, sure. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Your life's over. That's free. I'll tell you that for free. The 4s get used first. GG. It's not GG. This guy, he's going to lose his life. It might not be this turn, but he's going to lose his life. I'll promise you that. I can't cast another spell. But I can drop a 3 in there. What's wrong with Fury? Disappoints me. Alright, now it's done. Now it's done, because we random spell plus 3. Cold Snap is infinite now. Which means you're so done. You're so done it's comical. Because a 6 and a 5 go into Cold Snap, which gives you a concoction. And now we got 2 5s, doesn't use a Water Lotus, rolls a 6, A 6 and a 5 go into Cold Snap. Gives us a concoction. A 2 goes in here. It gives us a 5. A 5 goes in here. You wouldn't understand the type of shit that I'm on right now. I mean, the type of stuff that I'm interested in right now. 2 4s. You still got one more freaking cast on you, too, which is the craziest part of all. I'll tell you what. How about a 4, 4, and a 4 in here, which allows me to roll 2 more of these bad boys. And then I'll tell you what, buddy. How about a 6, and a 3, and a 1, which allows me to roll 2 more. I'm spending too many dice, but I did almost get a Yahtzee here. Hang on 1 second. Reroll my 1 into a 5. 5 becomes a 6 and a 4. 6 and a 4 becomes 2 new dice. Gives us some more charges on this. I doubt we'll need it, but 1 gets rerolled into a 4. 1 gets rerolled into a 4. 4 gets rerolled into a 1. 1 gets rerolled into a 4. We already knew that was coming. 4 gets rerolled into a 1. A 5. How gracious of you. How gracious of you to give me a 5. I really appreciate that. You became a 4. All right. Good night, Gracie. We're just biding our time. We're just biding. We probably could have just killed him with rolls, man. Ancient Shard of Water. The tides of fate shift, revealing unseen depths, yet something remains obscured, waiting beneath the surface. There is no true victory, only a step in your descent. I mean, I think we did some pretty good work on this one. I mean, we got a few achievements on this one, if you don't mind me saying so. Holy cow. Unlocked an artifact. Unlocked a spell. Unlocked an artifact. Unlocked an artifact. Unlocked a spell set. Unlocked Hazel. Unlocked Descent stages. Some are saying it's the greatest gamer they've ever seen. They're saying it's the greatest single game performance that's ever been done in the history of SpellRogue. Anyway, this is SpellRogue, exclamation point SpellRogue. I had a great time. I honestly have not read more than 2 messages consecutively in chat for like the last 70 minutes, at least. I've been playing for 90 minutes. And you're saying we know because we were telling you to cast the rituals, and you weren't. And that's fair. I would like to say thank you again to Guidelight Games and Ghost Ship Publishing. I had a great time. SpellRogue is available today in 1.0 on Steam. It has very positive reviews. I'll read you the copy. Choose from one of 4 powerful wizards, including the Cinder Conjurer, the Earthen Mage, Lapis the Azure Seer, and new for 1.0, Saphira the Windcaller. Fling mana dice to manipulate battles. I think we got that covered, man. Engage in thrilling turn-based combat. 350 plus spells, 75 plus enemies. So we've only just begun to scratch the surface. And with the world ravaged by the Voidbringers, set forth to restore the world to its former glory, 1.0 launch brings you the final chapter of the SpellRogue story. It's a complete package. Don't say give me a coffee, even though I guarantee that felt good. Either way, thank you again to Guidelight and Ghost Ship for the sponsorship. I had an awesome time. Go check out SpellRogue, exclamation point SpellRogue, or if you're watching on YouTube, the video description will have a link for you to check it out.